Good morning. Hi, everybody. Kathy Colley here, money and business coach and founder of the Wealthypreneurs Changing the World Facebook group. I am a wealthypreneur changing the world, and I hope you are too. And I do this weekly video training to share little tips and also practical tools for building wealth. And today I'm going to talk about emotions, feelings. Yeah. Oh, hey, Amanda. Welcome. I just spoke with a client this morning who had a lot of feelings about their money related to an event that happened in the past. So this is really, really common. Having feelings come up in relation to our money and our wealth building is just the nature of the game. Money is just emotional. Oh, hey, Lori. Welcome. And so, feel free to share in the chat any feelings that you've had in relation to your money. It is just an emotional process. We're human beings, and money is an expression of who we are. And oftentimes our emotions will help us build wealth, and sometimes they'll stop us. So I'd like to talk about a couple that tend to be biggies that tend to get in the way. One of them is one that I experienced for many years that kept me from getting my money act together, and that is shame. So a lot of people feel shame around their money. Statistics show that in the United States, people are more comfortable talking about sex than they are talking about money. Shame, guilt, lack, thank you. Yes, right. Yep, all those. And so for many years, I was making good money, and I was a successful entrepreneur. I was teaching classes in both a meditation practice, yoga practice that I was teaching, and also I was teaching prosperity classes, and was making good money, doing really well in my business, but didn't know how to manage money so successfully. So I was in debt and didn't have a plan for my spending, etc. But I didn't want to admit this to the world because I was a money coach. I was supposed to have it all together. So I had a lot of shame about just sharing, or even experiencing the challenge that I was having. Really just being real about it and admitting that it was happening. So it was very helpful for me at the time to see some counseling that helped me to honor my emotions and just really allow myself to be. And allowing my feelings got me into a place where I was able to take more practical steps to help myself. But until I got help for my feelings, I really wasn't able to do that. So a lot of times a money block, can come up, and it's emotional. Yeah, so guilt, right? If sometimes you feel guilt about things, or you feel lack. Yeah. Yeah, and that's painful. It's painful. Right. Another big emotion that comes up for people is fear. I don't know if you've ever experienced fear around your finances. Lack kind of, like touches on it. That sense of, wow, am I going to be able to retire with dignity, or am I going to be a bag lady? You know, or fear of just being able to pay the bills that month. A lot of us have fear around that. When I was a single mom, there were times when I was like, oh my God, please help me make it through this month. The fear comes up and is really real. And fear can also be, there can be a bigger fear around, well, am I going to be able to be successful? Do I have the talent or the skill or the ability to be successful. I'm afraid. You know, a lot of people I find are not doing work that they love to do because they're afraid. Because, you know, maybe they're stuck in a job they hate and they really, you know, say they're an accountant and they hate it and they really want to be, you know, teach skydiving for a living. Yeah, right? And maybe they have this fear that they're not going to be able to support themselves if they do the skydiving. So that fear stops us a lot from taking risks and researching what could be a lucrative opportunity, or at least a side hustle or hobby that's fun. Hi, Christine. Good morning. So yeah, so fear comes up quite a bit. And then I see a lot in my clients grief. Grief will come up again with that sense of not doing work that you find really fulfilling. A lot of times folks will have grief and sadness, grief over lost opportunities, grief over the horrible things your parents said to you when you were little, or the horrible things that you learned about money. You know, if you were taught that that you'll never have enough and money's always going to be tight, and you know, you're always going to be poor. One message I got from my family was, oh, you'll always be, if you're an artist, you'll always be a starving artist, you know. And they didn't mean to be mean. They were trying to protect me, but it was a painful thing for me. I have had to overcome that and to heal that grief and pick some new thoughts that are more empowering. But honoring the feelings is the first step. So feel free to say anything in the chat if there's any feelings you have about money that are coming up for you or that have come up in the past, and to just honor them, just to say, okay, I hear you, I feel you, you know, just to honor that part of yourself that's going through those feelings is really, really important. I would say that during the 4 years after my divorce, when I wasn't willing to feel my shame and pain, I wasted probably about $75,000 in just like emotional spending. No kidding. That's my come to Jesus moment. I'm admitting it. That's what happened to me. So not being willing to feel our feelings can be really expensive. And besides being painful. So I don't have any hot tips today other than to just feel your feelings and honor them and to feel them deeply. Marshall Rosenberg, who invented nonviolent communication, says that any feeling, when fully felt, leaves the body within 20 seconds. That's the science on it. Except for grief. He said grief takes longer. You know, you have to take longer and give yourself time for that. But any other emotion, shame, anger, fear, if you fully feel it, it will leave your body within 20 seconds. So, so have fun feeling out there, all of it, the good, the bad, the ugly, and happy Money Monday. Oh, great. Lori says, lately I've been doing the honoring process while doing tapping emotional freedom technique. It's been very helpful. Awesome. Yay. That sounds like a great tool to acknowledge what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Yay. All right. Thanks, everybody. Happy Money Monday, and see you next week.